the goal of today is to learn about three things. One, what is happening right now in storytelling and filmmaking? Like, what is happening with this bigger kind of technology shift driven by AI? Two is, how can you use AI to create films? And three is, how can you make money from those films? Because one, that's super fun. And two, that's how we can make this whole process of filmmaking sustainable, just like any creation process. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But how I want you all to engage with this is A, please leave questions in the chat. There will be moments where I get into a spiel and I'm going to be talking about something and sharing information, but there's going to be plenty of times where I take a break and stop for questions. The next ground rule here is that this is Creatorwood's in beta, right? We just launched into beta, and this is such a new space. I don't want the output for any of you coming out of this feeling like, oh my God, like this is like the only time to jump in and it has to happen now. This is a space that is going to evolve over a long period of time. And I hope by the end of today that you all have a really good idea of where it is now and where it's going, and you can make an informed decision and how you choose to engage with it. Now, because Creatorwood's in beta, we have some special things for anyone who does choose to join what we're doing now. Cool. If you have any issues, let me know. Okay, great. Good to hear. So please message James. He's here, or email us at hello@creatorwood.tv. That's probably easier. You could drop your email in the chat, but then everyone's going to see it. So you can either put your email in the chat or email us at hello@creatorwood.tv, the email of your account. You can create a free account at creatorwood.tv. If you have issues, James will be helping people in the chat. Our support team is here. But I want you to go to creatorwood.tv, create a free account, and then we're going to give you 100 coins right in your account for being here. So that's happening right now, only for people who are live. And I'll be giving you many reminders. The next thing is that I would love, and I'm giving you this prime right now, we're going to be diving into the information, but I'd love to make some scenes live with you all, and not like scenes of my story. I've done enough of that, but scenes of your story. So I'm going to be showing you this whole filmmaking process. We're going to get there in probably an hour or so, because I'm giving you the preamble first, but I'm giving you all these sort of sneak peek that I would love for y'all to create scenes live with us. And I can't promise I can create scenes live with every one of you, but whoever does create a scene live with me, it's on Creatorwood. So we'll pay for it, and hopefully it'll come out really wonderful, and it'll definitely be fun to see what happens live. So, and we'll all just kind of get to learn through it together. I think I'll have time to do maybe 3 or 5 of you. We'll see. No pressure. If no one wants to do it, we'll find something else to do at that time. But I want to kind of take a few breaks and actually make movies live with you all, so you can see, not just in theory, me kind of showing you all the bells and whistles, but us actually doing it together. And then lastly, let's make this fun. Please ask any questions you have. What's really interesting is sometimes when y'all ask questions, it's like, oh, that's the first time we've heard that. So we're like learning as we go with you all. And then there's plenty of questions you have, this is the vast majority, where we have really good answers for you and we want to help, and we don't know how to help you until you let us help you. Okay, that's my preamble, 5 minutes. That was good. I'm a stickler for time a little bit because I'm really grateful for you all being here. So now I want to share the first session. So an overview of the schedule for today is we're going to be getting started with 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. So till the top of the hour. It's titled kind of provocatively, but it's not that provocative a session. Don't worry. It's called Bye Bye Hollywood, Hello Creatorwood. I don't actually think Hollywood's going away, but I do think all of this is changing. I'm going to talk about what's happening right now and a little bit of the story about like how I'm here, like why I started Creatorwood with this wonderful team, and what we're doing. So we're going to start there. Then the next hour is going to be all about planning your film, and it's going to be a hybrid hour where I'm going to have some slides to share, but we're also going to start to dive into the actual movie making process, and show you that. And then the next 2 hours from 2 to like 4:30 p.m. is going to be like all me just sharing my screen, or you sharing your screen and coming live with me. And we're going to like make movies together, go through the whole process. So we're going to be spending like a lot of time just diving deep. Then the last about 2.5 hours of our day is going to be focused all on marketing your movie and how you distribute it and what happens after you press create, right? What happens after you generate your scene? So we're going to be talking about all of that. We're going to dive in now. Now, one last thing. Again, I'm just trying to give you all the roadmap because it's a big day. I have slides for like a lot of our sessions, but I don't have slides for all of our sessions because some of it's show and tell. And I'm going to probably improv based on your live feedback on what's happening, meaning like I'm going to adjust the content based on what you're talking about, but I do have plenty of slides prepped so that you can at least have something to take away with. And I'm happy to send these slides as a downloadable PDF to everyone after the event. So you will get all of that as like a sort of printout, digital printout, I guess. Okay. Okay. I think that's our preamble. How are we feeling about today? Does anyone have like some high level ground rule questions about how the summit's going to go and about what to expect? Obviously, there's much to learn. But any high level questions? Okay. Okay. Let's do it. This is not a movie necessarily, but we don't want any empty frames. Okay. Let me now share my screen with our first set of slides. And I'm first of all just so excited to have you all here. Like I've been waiting for this day for a really long time because we announced this like a month ago and we've been just like prepping everything for this day and we're here now. So I'm going to share my screen and I apologize for this sort of like interludes. I wish we could have some sort of seamless like, oh, one slide to the next slide, but there'll always be me like pressing the buttons to go live here. And here we go. So the next 10 billion opportunity is storytelling. And this is a big number and it's a big proposition, but I am 1000% confident that we're at the birth of a new industry and that you all are going to be the people leading it. You've probably noticed in the emails that we send out, since all of you here probably first came and downloaded the Creatorwood book and came onto our mailing list, which I'm very grateful for. You probably noticed that we kick off every email with the very simple, welcome of howdy storytellers. And it's supposed to be like a little bit cheeky and fun because ultimately, what is life about if you're not having fun creating things you love? But it also shares where we're at right now, which is this new, what we'll call Wild West of filmmaking. And I want to just upfront say that it's the Wild West. When I talk about some of the things I'm going to talk about today, some of it's very real, like the movie machine. And what I show you with the movie machine is very real, what it does and what it's capable of. Some of these other things and what I'm setting the groundwork for, our vision here, this is somewhat science fiction in a sense, meaning this industry is being born now and it hasn't been fully created yet. And I go into this with an awareness of two things. One, that the future is not something that just happens. We can create it together. And if you're excited about this and about what we're doing here, I invite you to create this future of filmmaking with us. And I think it's a future that is ultimately designed to empower you all, individual storytellers or small teams of storytellers, to create incredible experiences for viewers. And that's a world that's very exciting to me. But with that said, we're at this really interesting and early stage where some of these things that I share about in terms of this big opportunity, we don't know how big it is yet. What's funny is it could be bigger than this. And who knows? It might be smaller than this. I don't know. And I'm just being honest in that this is an exciting time. We are in the wild west of AI filmmaking. And my role here is to be a guide for you, right? And for us to be able to shape this together. It's why we're having this big open summit when we're like literally 3 or 4 days into our beta. Kind of crazy, but the reason we're doing this is not because we have all the answers, but because together we want to learn with you all and build this as a community. And I'll tell you why I'm so passionate about that in just a little bit. But first, I want to talk about what's happening right now and really why we're here, because there's a reason we're able to have this conversation today in September 2025 and why we couldn't have this conversation a year ago or even really 6 months ago, really. So what has changed to make this future possible today? And the answer is the cost of creation is going down. Okay. So what I mean by that is ultimately, we live in you could say capitalist society, but or just everything takes resources in the world, whether it's even just typing